I see it every year. Every January, a new crop of people pour into the gym wanting to make a change and change themselves for the better. Good. That's one of the best decisions you can make. But then February or March rolls around, and a lot of those people have already disappeared. What if I told you that I don't think it's laziness or lack of discipline, and that I think it's something else altogether? Stick around, because I'd love to share my take with you and give you some tips for making your New Year's resolution stick this time. I've been seeing this a lot. People I've never seen before all of a sudden appear at the gym, and they're over there by their lonesome, absolutely getting after it, grinding. And that shows motivation and dedication. Their heart's in the right place, and I applaud that. But the truth is, at that point, they're fighting a mental battle as well as a physical one. See, if a person wakes up one day and realizes when they look in the mirror that they don't like who is looking back at them, they'll want to make a change. But typically, the person has put their health on the back burner for years because of family, work, stress, some other priority. And it's not going to be reversed in one sweat pouring, heart pounding, don't hold anything back workout. So that brings me to tip number 1. Slow and steady wins the race. You've heard it before. It rings true on this one. It wasn't one single thing that made you not like the way you feel or see what you see in the mirror. So it won't be one single workout that pulls you out of it. It's metaphorically and literally muscle memory. They say you have to do something for 30 days to develop a habit. So when you show up on day 1 and completely wreck yourself, not only are you risking injury, but you're risking burnout, physical and mental. That's what's important here. Regardless of how hard you work out, it's going to take a while to see results. Just ease into it. You have time. If you're going to make this a new lifestyle, that's just what it is. It's a lifestyle. Tip number 2, go with a friend, at least at first. What this is going to do is it's going to hold you accountable and help you with feeling nervous, embarrassed, whatever, because you're new. It's a new environment. Maybe you're not used to it. Just make sure that your new workout buddy is as motivated and dedicated as you are. Because I'll tell you from experience, there's nothing worse than wanting to work out and your lifting partner just wants to talk and BS. It's not social hour. It's time to get to work. Tip number 3, ask for advice. If you're stuck, ask for a spot, anything you need. There's tons of people willing to help. So there's a lot of quote unquote meatheads at the gym. And I know that they can be intimidating. People have been in there doing it for years. But the truth is they're there because they love to work out. And I'll bet if you ask some of them nicely, they'll be more than happy to lend a hand. I know when I get approached at the gym by someone who's genuinely looking for help or asking for advice, whether it's fitness, nutrition, lifestyle, anything, it's almost like a form of flattery. So I love to lift, and I love to talk about lifting and being healthy, etc. So that brings me to tip number 4. This is one that's probably the most important, but you can't out-train a bad diet. I'm sure you've heard this before. But no matter how hard you work, what you eat or what you don't eat, in my opinion, matters more. I'm not going to get into the specifics about diet right now because it's a large topic. We can cover that in various other videos. Everybody's different. There's different diets, different strokes for different folks, right? All I know is that 18 years ago, when I first started lifting, I was just spinning my wheels until I got my diet kind of dialed in. And it's still a work in progress. It's always evolving. The 2 major things I think are processed foods. You got to get rid of those. Single ingredient foods. Just buy real food. Be minimalist about your diet, and it's actually not that expensive to eat whole foods. And alcohol. I hate to say it, but it's not compatible. I cut it out. I've struggled with it over the years. I've cut it out a couple of times. That's also a story for another video. And it's a long one, but been sober 8 years, and it's the best way to go. There's nothing about drinking that's compatible with living healthy. And recent studies have shown that old adage about a glass of wine a day being good for your heart and whatnot, that's all BS. It's crap. It's all poison. I hate to tell you this. Trust me, I've had my fun with it. I get it, but it's junk, and you need to get it out of your life. Tip number 5, last one. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. That's a slippery slope. You're unique. There's nobody else like you on the planet. Don't fall into the trap of saying, why don't I look like him? Or why can't I be more like her? Or, everybody changes at different rates and different ways. If you want a certain build, you'll get there. But it'll be a build that looks good on you rather than a build that looks good on somebody else. You know what I mean? You're not going to look exactly like somebody else. Just don't compare yourself to anyone else. You're your own person. Develop your own style, your own method, your own pace. But what you can do in the gym when you look around is learn from people. If somebody knows what they're doing and it looks like they got a system that works for them, kind of take some cues from them. Learn what works for other people and give it a try. I've tried everything over the years, and I'm still learning what works for me. Again, this is a lifestyle, and life is about the journey, not the destination. If lifting becomes your new hobby, spoiler alert, you'll never reach the destination. Like I said, I've been doing this for 18 years, and it's never good enough. But it's such a good feeling every time you see little bits of progress that it's kept me coming back, no matter what, for years. You got this. Just remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and if the goal was to build it in a day, they would have failed before they even started. Good things take time. Enjoy your time at the gym. Like I said, you got it. Just don't wreck yourself day one. Slow and steady. Get help from family and friends. You're going to do it this time. I promise. With all that being said, I really appreciate it if you've made it this far. And I hope that you got something from this. This is something that's near and dear to my heart. So I see it every year, and I hate to see people fail. I want to see people succeed. So if you got anything from this, please give me a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments how many times you've tried and what you're going to do different this time. I'd really love to hear from you. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.